I would imagine somewhere along the line you have seen the phrase head of household. You've either seen it on your tax returns at the end of the year. You may have seen it on W-4s whenever you're filling out your paperwork, whenever you go to work somewhere new. I'm going to talk about just very quickly what is head of household and what the qualifications are. So what is head of household status? First thing to keep in mind is that there are different statuses that individuals can use when they're filing. And remember, that determines where the dollar break is in the tax table brackets. The percentages are all the same, but where does it break from one level into the next? The different statuses are single, married, filing all their expenses and taxes together, so a married couple that's jointly filing, married, but filing separately. And Chapter 1 talked a little bit about why there would be some discussion on filing separately versus filing together. If you're filing together, both of you are responsible for the entire tax bill, even if one of you made all the money and the other one didn't. There is what we call a qualified widower or widow, and that's for someone whose spouse has recently died within the tax year that you're filing the tax return on. And there's head of household. Head of household basically means single, but maintaining a household where you have one of the dependents living with you for more than half of a tax year. And there's about the best example I've ever seen was in this textbook. It's on page 223. Here's what it's explaining. Brad and Ellen have divorced, and they have a child that lives with Ellen 6 months out of the year, but Brad pays child support the entire year. Because Brad has a higher income, Ellen has agreed in writing, and in writing's important here, to allow Brad to claim their child as a dependent on his tax returns. Remember, he's earning more money, so the dependent will help bring him down theoretically into a lower tax bracket. Now, you're probably sitting there saying, well, why can't they both do it? Well, here's the deal. Keep in mind, a dependent can only be claimed on one tax return. You can't split a dependent. So they have to decide which one of them is going to claim the child as a dependent. They've agreed in writing that Brad's going to because he's got a higher income, and that could theoretically knock him down a bracket. With that in mind, though, Ellen can file as head of household instead of just filing as a single person because she is not married anymore. But she also doesn't have the tax benefit of having the dependent. It lets her claim that head of household, moves her bracket amounts to different levels, gives her a little bit more of a break, because while she isn't claiming the dependent at all, she is supporting the child for half a year. And yes, I know some of you who have never had to pay child support before are probably saying, yes, but she's getting child support. The amount that she is receiving in child support is designed to directly go towards supporting the child. Food, clothes, all those kind of things. As those people who have children know, there's more to that expense than just the food and clothes and direct child support expenses. That's it. That's head of household. I think that's about it for Chapter 2. Go ahead and get started on everything. You know where I'm at. If you need any help with anything, reach out. Don't forget that you're more than welcome to check in on my video office hours. Just check out the page on Canvas, and it'll let you know when I'm available. Talk to you guys soon.